pre-film meeting.
Yeah, so I haven't really had my, I feel a bit unfresh.
You look beautiful.
Oh, sweet talker.
Really beautiful.
Where am I looking?
Into the lights. Deadly Tarantula Girl coming to you from the spring 2022 Arlington NARBC pre-party at Lone Star Reptiles with the beautiful, the famous, the international Gavin from Balls2U.
How's it going, guys? You okay?
All the way overseas. I heard you had a rough trip. Are you okay?
I'm better now. I'm better.
Okay, good.
19 hours of travelling. Planes, trains and automobiles, but we're here.
Crazy.
That's the main thing.
So we fed him some supper. How was your dinner?
Oh, absolutely
Did you get enough?
amazing. It was beautiful.
Couple
Thank you.
beers?
Oh, yeah. Beers is
good.
especially important.
Definitely. Okay, so everybody already knows who this guy is. He doesn't need any introduction. We're actually going to meet Dan from behind the scenes as well, but that's another story.
Oh, yeah. Dan the cameraman.
Yes, he is. I heard he's the grandniece, nephew of Mr. Moore, the 007, but we're not going to cover that in this episode.
It's all about me.
It is, of course. So everybody knows you for breeding ball pythons.
Yep.
And so tell us a little bit about kind of the philosophy or theme of your channel being kind of like getting rid of that gatekeeping.
Sure. Okay, so obviously for those people who don't know, my brand name, which is Balls2U, started off with it was just me, myself, just wanting to help people and show people. Then when I reached out to a few breeders and they actually sort of was a bit reluctant to give me the information, I sort of found it out for myself, or I sort of reached out to other breeders and they actually helped me.
Right.
So my whole attitude was the whole Balls2U thing was an English term or an English terminology, where it's sort of like, Balls2U, I'll sort it myself, I'll do it myself.
Cheeky.
Yeah.
So we're talking like 2000, 2004?
So, well, originally I started in 2002.
Okay.
First clutch in 2008.
Wow.
The Balls2U brand was when I decided I wanted to do it more in depth.
Okay.
The Balls2U brand then came alive around about 2014. So 2014 was when the Balls2U brand, or movement as we call it, was launched, where the whole concept of Balls2U is more of us helping other people,
right?
Helping everyone. It don't matter if you're into tarantulas or if you're into ball pythons.
Right.
Just getting a general sense of a good community and everyone getting along, and that's what it's all about.
Right. Community support through balls.
100%.
100%.
Balls2U.
Yes. Speaking of masculinity and manliness, I noticed.
I'm a little bit deflated tonight because I have had 19 hours of flight, but yeah, and I've got some good food.
Yes,
good
very
food.
good. I'm
very
taking
good
good care of him.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Absolutely amazing.
Tell us about your other hobby, which gives you this magnificent physique, if I do say so.
So obviously, for those who don't know or may not know, I used to compete back in the day, and I became friends to quite a few good people. One of them being ex-Mr. Olympia.
Of course.
Dorian Yates.
Let's name drop.
Yeah.
Dorian Yates.
Yeah.
Did you hear Dorian Yates?
Yeah, for those who don't know, he was
I have his picture up in my bathroom.
Yeah. Came from sunny Birmingham, where I'm from. As far as I'm concerned, he kind of set the path, if that makes sense, for the mass monsters. But his manager at the time, a guy called Simon Fan, he owns Ultimate Fitness in Birmingham, which I'm a massive, I call it the Ultimate Fitness family, which I'm proud to be a part of. Dorian's obviously goes there as well, but yeah, for me, bodybuilding was just a way of just sort of like getting everything out at the end of the day, just a fantastic release. For me now, bodybuilding is just or going to the gym is just more of it's an everyday thing.
A lifestyle.
Yeah. It's kind of like just what I do to relax, soft as it sounds, and I just do it for me, and I think it's good to have other interests, other hobbies. It helps me refocus, so yeah, I do a little bit of that as well.
And it keeps you hot. So
yeah, hot and sweaty in the gym. Definitely that. Yeah.
Tell us who some of your mentors are in the reptile industry.
Oh wow. So there is so many to mention, but for me, when I look to a mentor, it was people like, or is people like Ozzy, Mark Mendek.
Yes.
I call Mark Mendek Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's my Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obviously, Justin's been a fantastic inspiration to all of us. But going backwards, people like, obviously, Ralph Davis,
Yes.
the King. So yeah, you know, I draw inspiration from a number of people, and as well as a few people in the UK that kind of go under the radar, if you like, that really sort of help me become the person I am or the breeder that I am now.
Okay.
So, and to be honest with you, I like to get inspired from just seeing everyone doing what they're doing, you know, and just whether they're in a bedroom, whether they're going turning into a business,
right.
I just get inspired with all that sort of stuff. So it's all good, and I like the whole community thing, you know, the vibe of like first time I've met you today, you beautiful other half behind the camera, and we've hit it off, you know, and everyone, and it's just that good sense of community, you know, and it's something that's really missed or was missing. Back in the day, maybe.
Yeah, so no holds barred. Let's say don't worry about safety, money, whether it's realistic or not. What would you keep?
I'd love a Ligon.
Oh, nice.
Hybrid, yeah. So here's the thing, a lot of people are against hybrid stuff.
Yeah.
For me, I'm a bit more, I look at it as it's scientific, you know, it's interesting,
Right.
It's something different. I really want to do some ball python crossed with like a Burmese, so they call them burn balls.
Yeah,
Which, if you've ever seen them, they look amazing. But for me, I'd like to do that to see, so we get a clutch of them. And what I was thinking about doing was kind of doing a little bit of an science sort of experiment where I sort of give them away to some of my Patreon members.
Oh, wow.
And then they grow that snake up, and we see whether or not they become more ball python or whether they're more, you know,
Burmese.
Or do they grow as big, or will some of them half grow, or do they all stick to the same? So
very interesting.
Exactly. So something very different to do. So yeah, for me, a Ligon, I think it's called.
I've played with one.
Oh.
Yeah. When I interviewed Joe Exotic.
Oh,
Yeah.
Who's name dropping
Yeah.
there? Oh, who's name dropping?
Dorian Yates. Who else do you hang out with? Let's do some more. Let's do some more muscle talk.
Well, I don't know if you know, but my cousin is an English actor called Scott Adkins.
Ooh.
He was currently in one of the X-Men movies.
Really?
He was also, he
Is
played...
he as hot as you?
No.
No. Okay.
he's not.
Well, sorry, Scott, but I'll still watch it.
Yeah, that's why he's a movie star and I'm not. Do you know what I mean?
You're a star.
Yeah, so Scott's a cousin of mine. God, good friends with Eddie Hall.
Oh, nice.
Great guy.
Love
Fantastic
Eddie Hall.
guy. Yeah, a few.
Okay, did you know I'm a teacher?
No?
Yes, I'm a school teacher.
Okay.
So I want to know what kind of student you were. Were you a naughty
So I was kind of like what we used to call the cocks of the school.
Oh, okay.
And what that actually means is we were kind of friends with everyone.
Okay.
It's an English term. We were friends with everyone. So friends with the geeks, friends with the goths. We were friends with the bad boys, the bad girls. You know, I was good at school. I was really good at art and technical drawing. But then I did used to miss a few lessons, as I said before, and go and play basketball.
Here it comes,
so
yes.
There you go. I actually like playing basketball, even though I'm short. Still love playing basketball.
Medium height.
Medium height.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I used to be like one of them. You know, I was like the lovable rogue.
Nice.
Lovable rogue.
Love it. I'd like to say you still are.
Thank you.
Tell me about your ink.
So so I've been working on this. Well, obviously I haven't, but a good friend of mine, Giles, over at Inky G's. He's currently. Him and his family have got Mags Morphs. So my nickname's a sheriff. So we've got a sheriff's badge there. So that was when I used to do the doors.
Okay.
Used to be a doorman back in Birmingham. So they nicknamed me the sheriff.
Like security.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of it was a little joke. So my head doorman said to me, he said, "I'd like to promote you," and I said, "Well, the only way I'm going to be promoted is if I get a badge." And he came with me with the sheriff's badge. So I became the sheriff.
Oh, cute.
And it was quite crazy because we got some bad gangs
Yeah,
in
of
Birmingham,
course.
and a couple of them used to come to the door asking for the sheriff. And then they'd come in and I'd let them have a drink, but they'd know not to mess around, you know?
Yeah, the sheriff was in town.
I'm your best friend or your worst enemy. And the way it was, what was even bizarre was my brother had brought me a transcript of our family history name. And I was reading it. And what I didn't realise was actually some of my ancestors were sheriffs.
Oh.
They're actually sheriffs in London. They were sheriffs in Cork in Ireland. They also migrated over to the USA and became sheriffs over here as well. So what was bizarre was my team named me the sheriff. And then I found my history, actually, they were sheriffs.
Interesting.
And then, so when I had the tattoo done, it was like,
Perfect.
So the Latin, because I was going to have my family coat of arms, and Vincent Cumulus Legibus Aurora basically means he shall repress violence with laws.
Ooh.
So it kind of went hand in hand, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
So, bit of a crazy story that, but yeah.
Tell us about, let's see, what's your favorite dessert?
Got to be white chocolate cheesecake.
Okay.
Yeah, got to be.
Chocolate cheesecake.
I'm not a chocolatey sort of person, but white chocolate, toffee, caramel stuff, yeah, all day long.
Okay.
All day long.
Tell us, I don't know if this will be interesting to all of you, but tell us the little secret you told me at dinner. If you're in a bodybuilding competition, what people do is they dehydrate themselves right before competition. That way, your muscles are ripped and your skin's like directly on your muscles and your veins are popping. Tell us what you do.
So
Is this okay to share?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not so much a secret, but it's quite sort of. It was sort of like back in the day. It was kind of what we used to do when we were bodybuilding. So it used to be you'd sort of stop. Say your show competition was on Saturday,
right?
So you'd stop drinking like water at like 5 o'clock on a Friday evening. Then you would have a glass of dry white wine.
Okay.
To help dry you out even more. And then the next morning you get up and you start to do what's called carb loading. So you'd start to carb up. And then we'd have a shot of whiskey and then some dark chocolate to obviously help the sugar and all the alcohol going through your brain, through your veins. So what eventually happened is you'd end up drying out. So your skin would be really dry, but then also your veins would start to pop. So it was that sort of thing. But it was very difficult to get your peak right. If you can learn to get your peak right in whether you're competing on stage, whether it be bodybuilding or physique or stuff like that, if you know your body and get that right, you're on to a winner.
Awesome. Tell us about your most peculiar hygiene habit. Something weird.
Ooh.
Something very weird.
Ooh, that's a
like,
good
do you wax your nipples?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
But
But
I don't believe I'm going to say this.
Do it.
On YouTube. But yeah, I'm quite not into, but
let's hear it.
I like to have my ears waxed and my nose waxed.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. You got to look after yourself, men. If you're out there,
thank you.
Make sure you look after yourself, okay? Women do it. We've got to do it.
Manicured man. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, I think a man's still got to be a man, but he's still got to look after himself.
Obviously.
100%. Definitely.
Okay. Tell us about a weird childhood memory.
Man.
Come on.
Weird childhood.
Yeah.
Memory.
Something really embarrassing.
So I've got one.
Okay.
So when I was younger, I was about between the ages of 5 and 8.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah, this is going to be good. So every school holiday, my mum and dad and my auntie and my uncle used to ship me and my cousin off to Wales with my nan and granddad.
Okay.
To live in a caravan for like 6 weeks, right, for the school holidays, right? So it was really good. Obviously, there was no internet, no computers. You were drawing, you were going in the woods, building stuff. My nan's caravan was kind of a little bit, didn't have many amenities.
Okay.
So for a shower or a bath, there wasn't a shower or a bath in there. There was a toilet, because obviously these are old caravans. I'm not that old, but you know what I'm saying.
Still a young
The caravan
man.
was old.
Yeah, the caravan was old.
And she used to make sure I sat in the sink. Yeah, so I used to sit on the draining board with my feet in the sink, washing myself when I was like 5 and 7, that sort of age. And of course, back in the day, it's nothing, is it? You stood there naked, washing yourself with like soap. You know, you didn't have obviously shower gel. It was soap. And I remember a couple of our friends, and they were girls. They come knocking on the caravan asking if we were going to play out, and I'm stood there in the window of the caravan, no word of a lie, naked washing myself like this. Man. So that was probably the worst, most embarrassing time.
That's a good one.
As a child. Yeah, so I thought you'd appreciate that.
That's a very good one.
So there you go.
Tell us your celebrity crush.
Ooh. Okay. There's a few.
Okay, let's hear them all. I have time.
Okay. You may not know, she's an English actress called Kate Beckinsale.
Oh, of course I know who she is.
She played Celine from
of
Underworld.
Course.
Yeah, you can see why.
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah. Celebrity-wise, and then I'll go off on a tangent. I like Pink.
Okay.
Yeah, Pink's a bit crazy.
Sure.
I can do Pink. Pink's good.
There was a song by Aerosmith. Have you heard it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, definitely. And her. Oh, what's her name? Oh.
Give me a clue.
Liv Tyler.
Oh,
Tyler.
yes.
Liv.
Yeah.
She's not. Yeah. Not all English Rose. Obviously, Pink wasn't English, but Kate Beckinsale and Liv, English Roses. So yeah. Those are the ones I can really come to in my head. I'll probably walk away later going, oh, there was this, there was that, there was this, there was this.
Me.
Yeah, there was like this. It's
and
always
I'll
the way.
type a big list at the end.
There's always the way. But I think obviously we'd all had the standard crush like Pamela Anderson and all that sort of standard stuff, really. But yeah, there was just a few of those girls that sort of stood out, like the women, sorry, I should say, that stood out. You just thought, yeah, she's on another level. All right.
So all my viewers are going to want to know, are you single?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I am. So yeah.
All right. That's good news for a lot of people. Ladies and gents, the beefcake.
All the way from England.
I had him delivered here just for you.
Especially for you guys.
Yeah, he'll actually be at the NARBC. Are you going to be on the auction block? Like, for sale? I heard he might be.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. We're not into human trafficking, but I would buy you.
Yeah, but Ren said she was going to put me up.
Oh, here we go. See,
Ren said she was going to put me up. God knows. I don't mind. I'll come and clean snake.
You better
poo,
wax your nipples.
Oh yeah, definitely. So yeah.
All right, this was a really good one, Gavin. Balls2U. We're going
Thanks for having me.
Yes. No. Let's just do it.
Thanks for having me.
So all of his contact info will be in the description box below. Obviously, you're already subscribed, but hit that notification bell so you know anytime he uploads content. Listen for Dan in the background. He's back there, guys. And hope you guys like this one. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in.